Copilot Studio Kit is arguably the best Copilot Studio tool out there, especially when it comes to governance and analytics. Let's show you step by step how you can install the Copilot Studio Kit into your environment right now. A couple of quick disclaimers here at the beginning of this video. I am in no way associated to the Copilot Studio Kit. I think it is a sweet tool, and this is honestly just my own personal thoughts and opinions if I share them. And like I said, just want to walk through how to set this up. As well, there are going to be several links down in the description down below to some documentation, further documentation on how to set this stuff up. And while not to discredit the team that put those together in any way, shape, or form, I just personally like to watch somebody do it and follow along. And so that is the purpose of this video. But all of the true, I guess, professional and likely up-to-date documentation is down in the description down below. So you'll want to check that out. Nonetheless, we are going to go ahead and share my screen here. So here I am looking at the download page for the Microsoft or the Copilot Studio Kit. And when you click this Get It Now, it's going to sign you in. If you are not signed in already, you can go ahead and select Get It Now. This is going to take you to the screen exactly where you need, where you can then select the environment that you want to install this to. Now, to simplify what we're doing here, if you're familiar with solutions in the Power Platform, really all you're doing is you're installing the managed solution for the Copilot Studio Kit into the environment you select here. This solution is what's going to contain all of the flows and apps and all the different pieces involved. But nonetheless, you can go ahead and select your environment, select those two checkboxes, and hit install. Now, I will say, in my experience, this can take some time, so I will go ahead and meet you right back here in a couple of minutes once this is done. So here we are back. That was about 20 minutes. You can see here now that the Creator Kit and the Copilot Studio Kit are now installed. One important thing that I forgot to mention is that in order to install this, I believe in order to install it into your environment in the first place, you need to have a certain setting in your environment set up. So if it's not letting you do that, then make sure that this environment is set up correctly, this setting specifically. And so what I mean here, if you go to product and go to features, then if you scroll down, you're going to want to make sure that this Power Apps component framework for Canvas apps is enabled. I think the default is on, as in I haven't been in these settings for this trial environment before, so I have not changed this, but you need to make sure that this is on before installing, or at least that is what the documentation says. Now at this point, our solutions are installed. What you're going to want to go ahead and do is go ahead and go to the Power Apps Maker portal. And if you go to your solutions here, you will see now we have our two solutions installed and they are managed. They are not unmanaged. If you click on apps, here you will have the Copilot Studio Kit. Go ahead and hit play. Now, the Copilot Studio Kit, to really simplify it, is just a model-driven app. And so specifically, let me authenticate here. So once you go ahead and install this, you can play your app, and then this is going to bring you directly to this screen. And on this screen is going to be what's called the setup wizard. Now this is relatively new to the Copilot Studio Kit, and this is going to walk you through the necessary steps in order to finalize setting up the Copilot Studio Kit for your environment. Okay, so once the app loads, it's going to automatically ask you to allow Copilot Studio Kit to access your data. This is going to set up some of those connection references. You should go ahead and select allow. Now, right here, this setup wizard, underneath the home thing, this is what we are looking for. Go ahead and click on the setup wizard. We can see here there are a couple of steps that we need to work through, and here is where it's talking about make sure you have these solutions installed and that you have that setting set up correctly. We do. Let's go ahead and select next. This here is going to make sure that your connection references are set up. If you wanted to change them, you can do that here, or add new connections, you can do that here as well. Let's go ahead and hit next. Now, this is one of the trickiest parts that took me a while to figure out, and was one of the reasons why I'm making this video, is specifically to find this agent token endpoint. I was at first like, what even is that? What are we talking about? Let me show you exactly where you can get this environment variable value now that you've installed the Copilot Studio Kit. So if you actually go to Copilot Studio and you go to agents, I may need to refresh here. You should now have an adaptive card gallery agent. This agent is a part of the Copilot Studio Kit solution when you install it. Go ahead and click into that. Make sure your agent is published. It should be if it's here, but if not, just go ahead and republish again. It's probably safe to go ahead and do that anyways. But for the sake of time, if you click on channels for your adaptive card gallery agent and go down here to click on native app, this connection string is this agent token. So go ahead and select copy. It's going to say, hey, it copied it. Now, if I go back to, I realize you can't see my tabs, but if I go back to the setup wizard now, here, I'm going to go ahead and paste that token in there. And that is the value that you need in order to use the adaptive card gallery agent. I don't believe any of these other things need to be updated. If you have Power BI and everything set up in your environment and want some reports, you're going to want to come in here and add that report ID and workspace name and workspace ID into that. I do not have that set up in this environment, but nonetheless, here is where you would want to do that. Let me go ahead and select next. Now, pretty much the final part of this is turning on a series of Power Automate flows in your system. Now, I will be honest, this was a little bit of a headache and I don't think it's that clear, but let me give you some advice. If you start trying to turn these on, let me actually filter these for the ones that are off. If you start to turn these on, you will likely run into errors. And the reason for that is because some of these that are turned off are dependent on other ones. And so the best thing I can do is just tell you to kind of click through all of them in the list. Some of them will turn on, some of them won't. Then go ahead and go back through again and click through them. You can see some helpful tips in that it's saying that this one here is a grandchild of this one, which is a child of this one. So that is a scenario where, you'll want to come in here and turn this one on first, and then the child, and then the parent. And you can see here that it turned it on successfully. And because it turned it on and I have my list filtered, it dropped out of the list. Let me go ahead and turn this one on. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fast forward this and me turning these on just for the sake of time. I will just take a quick moment to say, if you have any questions about your Copilot agent or the Copilot Studio Kit and maybe you feel like I'm not answering them in this video, the first link in the description down below is going to be a way that you can get in direct contact with me and book a call directly on my personal calendar so we can set up a time and answer any following questions that you have about Microsoft Copilot. So that is now done, and you can see that most of these are on. I am still having trouble with these two. When I go into the Power Apps Maker portal and Power Automate, I get some funky errors, so I don't know if this is maybe just a temporary error with these flows, but nonetheless, this doesn't completely block the ability for the Copilot Studio Kit to work at all. It just may block some certain functionality at this point in time, which in your scenario may not even particularly apply to what you're wanting to get out of the Copilot Studio Kit. But nonetheless, let's just imagine I have them all turned on, or at least all of the ones on that I need. I can go ahead and select next, and I can go ahead and select finish. This here is now, I guess we could consider your Copilot Studio Kit set up and complete. One way to test that is just to kind of start to click through some of these tools over here, like the adaptive cards tool, for example, to make sure that you have that environment variable token set up correctly. If you do, you'll start to see them in here, as well as some prompt advisors. There may be a couple that when you first click on this screen, it'll ask you to kind of enable access. That very well may happen. Like this one, for example, this sync agents. Now, this one is not working because of course, one of those two Power Automates that are not working. But nonetheless, your Copilot Studio Kit is now set up and ready to go. Like I said, if you have any questions, follow that first link, as well as just drop it in the comments down below. I tend to answer every comment the best I can. And if you have questions or want to learn more about Copilot Studio, be sure to follow and click on this playlist here. This has all of the videos regarding Copilot Studio tutorials on my channel that you can check out there. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. My name is Griffin Lickfelt, the host of the Citizen Developer channel, and I'm excited to connect with you in the next one.